Hello YouTube, this is Dave Fett. Um, Tonight's gonna be a little bit of a surprise video. I decided to grab this knife and talk about it, so this is gonna be a little more unscripted. I usually come in with talking points and somewhat idea of what I was gonna do, but I was just like, fuck it, let's just see what happens. So this is my H&K pika2, made by Benchmade. This would be like more of their affordable line. I think I picked this guy up for around $60. Um, I've had this thing for I want to say around 8 months, and I I don't know if I want to say love, but I really like this knife. Um, the lock back is different. That kind of throws me off when I carry it. I still kind of want to close it like a frame lock or a liner lock, but yeah. So also, I'm usually not big of a combo edge. I'm usually not real big on serrations. If I can, I'd like to have a fine edge. But with this one, the fine edge was satin, and I wasn't a big fan of the satin. I wanted the coated blade, so I decided to go ahead and get the combo edge just because I wanted it in black. So yeah, you get a loop over. I don't know if I'd say deep carry pocket clip on there because I don't know if I'd consider it a deep carry because that much of that guy sticks out. I did have a line or a lanyard on this guy for a little bit. Also I had his zip tie on here too to kind of act like a wave feature. But I took the lanyard off because I recently took this part of the guy, cleaned it, re-oiled it, all that stuff. Because when I first got it, the spring was pretty stiff. It was kind of hard to open and close. Well, at least open. It's a little better now, not by much. I just got done touching this up. I don't know if I have any paper around here. I know, right? My little office area, and I don't have paper. Take a peek around. But anyway, so you get 3 1/4 for the blade, almost 4 inches. Really shallow clip point. I mean, that thing's huge. A little bit of a swedge. I really like the sweep. Really like the belly on here. I would have loved this knife a lot more if I could have got it in black and a plain edge. That would have been so awesome. The handles aren't really grippy, which you would think because if you can see, there are raised portions and there are indented portions. So you think, but no, not really. Even the jimping isn't 100, but it's alright. It's not the best, but it's not horrible. The handle's real comfortable in the normal grip, the reverse grip. Everything's really nice and ergonomic, so you got like little finger choils all along the knife, and ironically they still work on this end too. You get a little bit of a thumb ramp, which I like, especially if you have to really stab into something or really torque into something when you're cutting. We have a little bit of wear on here, not too much. This coating is holding up pretty good for how much boxes I cut with this thing. Is a Chinese produced blade, as you can see there. This is a 9CR13, which in my noticing, it isn't too big of a change from an 8CR. I'm still sharpening it just as much. It's just a little harder to sharpen. I kind of have to touch the medium before I hit the fine grit to really bring the edge out on this thing. So on the show side, it looks like it's pinned off, but they're all just single-sided tighteners. So the pivot and all the braces here, they all tighten on one side, and then on the show side, you get all these little guys kind of look like they're riveted in. You did get a 4-point pocket clip system. The thing I really like about this too, that I think is kind of cool, is that they're recessed. So the pocket clip doesn't sit flush, but it has a little bit of area to help hold it in place. This one, I noticed if you don't get the right screws and the right ones, you do get a lot of movement. It doesn't tighten down as well. So they're, at least on mine, you gotta have the right screws in the right places or it doesn't lock down securely. Big old thumb hole. It's huge. I like because it really helps with the deployment. Fuck, there goes my little casing. You can do the thumb flick. It took some breaking in to get able to do that with this knife. But yeah, I like it. Nice little EDC. The other thing that I wasn't a big fan of, again, for the lock back design and how it is, not with the design of the strength of the lock back or anything like that, but just how fine this point is and how narrow the blade is. Because I absolutely know you're not supposed to use a knife as a pry bar, but with the lock back and how things are held together, I would have thought, yeah, we'd be able to torque on this more than any other knife I've had. But in my notice in my things, is that this edge is so thin that it flexes a little. And it makes me a little scared to hard use this guy and abuse it outside of what it normally is. And in my opinion, I was just like, yeah, again, for being a lock back, for the size of it, I was just kind of disappointed in how weak this 1.5 inch portion is. If that was beefier, more substantial, I would have been a really big fan of this knife. And I guess that's all I have to say for now. Drop a like or subscribe if you'd like. This has been the H&K pika2, and enjoy your evening. Have a nice day. And we got an upcoming weekend. Maybe I'll push out another video. I do have some days off coming up from work, so it's a big maybe. So getting away from knives, is there anything you'd want to see? You want to know about my vaping stuff? Do you want to know about the handgun? Do you want to know about some of the pocket pry bars I carry, multi tools? Cause I want to kind of expand more out of the knife deal and kind of into other things and a lot of the EDC and tools I carry. But for my next video or in future videos, I'm not sure. Um, do you want to learn about guitars? Do you want to learn about pedals? Well, not learn, but do you want my opinion on these things? Because I definitely have some guitars I can review. I can start telling you about some of the guitar strings I like. Different style pickups. Fixed bridge, whammy bars, single coil, double coil, semi hollow, uh, hollow guitars, acoustic guitars, solid body guitars. We can delve into that and my thoughts on that. Do you want to see more bearing knives? Do you want to see more liner locks, flippers, frame locks? Do you want to see different steels? I can definitely be flexible. But anyway, rambling. Yeah, but that was my thing on this. Just trying to figure out where to go next with the channel and what else I want to do. Wouldn't mind some input. So yeah, tell me, YouTube. What do you want to know about?